Welcome to Our English. I am Priscilla Ramcharan here in the United States, and I have a phenomenal guest, Mrs. Sean Cuffy-Young. Can you introduce yourself, please?
Thank you so much, Priscilla, and hello everyone in the Digiverse. I am Sian Cuffy-Young. I am a wife and mom of three wonderful children, aged 17, 8, and 6 years old. I'm also the founder and CEO of a social enterprise in Trinidad and Tobago, founded in waste education called Sian Environmental Services Limited. So what we do at SIL is that we have a waste education and literacy program for school-age children. We do circular economy training and waste reduction training. And because I also have a technical background in waste management, I also provide technical support for consultancies around waste management. And last year, I added my newest title, which is Children's Book Author. So I am very, very excited and happy to be here.
What a beautiful smile and wonderful energy. I am so happy to have you here. I never thought this day would come that we would meet. I see you all over social media. So they say, you're welcome. Dreams do come true. Congratulations to you for all your phenomenal work, because without the environment, where would we be? And I love
Exactly.
that you're teaching from such a young age.
Yes. Yeah, I started with my own children, granted, I still consider myself, the 17-year-old, yeah, but I'm still relatively a young mommy.
Of
And
course.
in my work in waste management, I always loved working with children. It was like that's the part of my job I used to look forward to the most, because they were always so excited and eager to learn, and just I could see when the little wheels are turning. So for me, waste education and talking to our children about how they should be managing their waste better was always something that was very close to my heart. And then when I became a mommy, I started teaching my own children about managing their waste, about recycling and composting and where the garbage is supposed to go, and what decisions can they make when they see things happening around them, because that's the upbringing I had. My father has been in scouting, so he still is a Cub Scout leader, because we all know about Cub Scouts, right?
Yes.
So
Wonderful. This is
my
new for
father,
me.
yeah,
Uh-huh.
my dad has been a Cub Scout leader for longer than I've been on the earth. I think he's
Wow.
nearing his 50th anniversary in scouting very soon. And he taught my brother and I from a very young age, you always leave a place cleaner than you've met it. So we grew up with that understanding. We grew up that littering was an absolute no-no. We grew up picking up after other people because we would go on hikes, and that you say, what's the rule? You always leave a place cleaner than you've met it. So we had to pick up after other people. So I mean, this kind of work was ingrained in my DNA. It's how I grew up, it's what my belief system is what I have now made my mission, right? To really transform the way people think and act towards waste. It's no longer something you just throw away anymore. It's a valuable resource that can help make a process or or an organization better. So that's why writing the book was so important, because the children used to ask me a lot of questions. Miss, what happens? And miss. So I wanted for them to have a tangible form, something they could see, touch, and feel, that will continue to teach them the lessons even after they've had their little session with me. So the book was, in my mind, a beautiful beginning to a whole slew of things that I want to do. So they're going to be coming out, I have my whole 5-year thing and what I want to do next year and the year after that. And,
Good.
so for me, it really is something that I'm really, really passionate about. I'm very much faith-based, and in the rough times, I was like, "But why you give me waste management of all the environmental things like waste? Why?" Makes no sense. But the seed was planted in me for a reason, and only I can bring it forth in the way that I know how. So I'm just
Absolutely.
honoring her. Mhm.
Well, really well said. You sound so excited and so energetic and so passionate. And I totally feel the same way. Even with my two daughters, when we go somewhere, we will gladly just pick it up and toss it out. We do our little recycling. And it's so important because when you start at a young age, they grow with the habits. And I love it. I think we're going to title this video, Leave the Place Cleaner Than You Met It. Can we see your book?
So this is, I call her she. So here she is. This is my fourth child.
Oh, wow.
So
Congratulations.
thank you, thank you. I mean, this book, coming out of the expo that we just did, right, Priscilla?
Yes, ma'am.
The Carry Book Expo, which was an awesome event. I mean, if your listeners missed it, sucks for you because you missed it. It was awesome. But as I said there, writing a book was something that I always wanted to do. The first time I did it was almost 14 years ago, and it never saw the light of day. That was when I was working in another institution. And I felt so hurt, so disappointed after putting in all this work. I felt like, why me? Why is this happening to me? I don't understand. After all of this work, I see the benefit. Why don't they see the benefit? And I promised myself in my moment of despair that one day I will write another book. And when that happens, it will be bigger and better than anything I could have imagined or put into words. And here she is, a whole 14 years later. And I'm super proud and really excited. And people, I mean, the reviews, Priscilla, I mean, they warm my heart every time somebody says, "Shan, I'm reading the book for my children and they love it and it's so awesome." A parent bought one the other day. And she said, "Shan, I read the book to my daughter's class. And they
Woo.
loved it. And they loved the questions because I have questions at the back. They love the questions at the end of the story." I was like, "Really? This is a year?" And I know she didn't have to do that.
Yeah.
But when the parents take initiative or when they share with me that they've read it for other children or they've gifted other children the book, it just makes me feel so happy to know that the journey was not in vain, and that I am able to reach, because my dream was to reach every child. It still is. Every child in Trinidad and Tobago, and by extension, the world.
Yes.
And I just know one day it will happen.
Yes.
Yeah,
It's
but
already happening for
yeah,
you.
it's already happening. I take that and
You're in
hold
the
it to my
United
heart. It's
States
already happening.
today.
Yeah.
And we will be sure to put all the links in the description box so that anyone out there who believes in our mission to keep our planet clean, especially Miss Sean's mission, I'm just hopping on board. You can support her. Just look in the description box. So I
Yeah,
thank
there's room
you,
for everybody on the wagon, so everybody can come on the wagon.
everybody
There's
join.
room.
It's a win-win situation what you've created, and I just love the fact that with your book, it's kind of like a golden nugget because it's unique. You don't often see this topic being taught at the level that you are, where the children can interact with it, they can have questions answered, they can share with their friends. It's just something that everybody could get involved with.
Yeah.
So
Because
I
I remember going to a bookstore, because I remember I told you this was before the book was even finished, right? I
right.
remember looking for a book for my children about the environment,
Mm.
right? I was like, let me go see if I can find a book, right? Because I mean, they know mommy is teaching it, so I have to have an environmental book in the house. So I've went to bookstore after bookstore, and my first instinct was to look for a local one first, right? I was finding books about fishes and turtles and that kind of stuff. I was like, no, that's not quite it. I want them about the whole planet, I couldn't find anything. So I was like, so that was when, the reminder of writing the book came back. I was like, And then my friend and sister, author Katrina, shared a post with me that said, if you don't see the book that you want, write it.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, I'm going to write it. I'm going to write it because I didn't see anything. The closest book I found was written by an author in India. That was the closest book that I found. And I was like, nah, So I am going to know. So then I said, okay, all right, Chan, let's get to it. So started writing. I literally woke up because I kept seeing little things that gave me ideas. My daughter loves a particular snack. And I was like, she's like, Mommy, put a snack in the story. So yes. Like, okay, so I put a snack in the story. My children were my focus group, Priscilla. They're my focus group.
Mine so are too. Yeah, so they have to approve.
Yeah. So when I finished with the story, I read it to them. She's like, Mommy, let's do this and let's do that because my daughter says this is school book, right? Ooh. And she's like, let's do this and let's do that. And I was like, okay. So I started making little additions and changing little notes and and that's how the story came to be. And it was very important for me too because my first idea was not to put a person. And then I was like, nah, this has to be for my daughter Kaya. So I'm gonna put her on the book, right? And then I had a couple of iterations of the cover. And then this was the design that I finally decided on with her on the carpet and the garbage truck. And so they could see, even if they couldn't read the words, that they could see, that's a truck. That's garbage. And she's flying. Okay, what is she doing over there? So it starts the wheels are turning. I'm just trying to figure out what is this about. So that's how it came to me because I didn't really find anything out there, and I was like, you know what, I should definitely write it.
You did amazing. I'm really have to say congratulations to you. Your energy itself, you can tell that the book will just be magical in reading it alone, with your voice and your message. So I think you answered my two questions, your inspiration and your motivation.
So a couple of things I would add. I spoke about my daughter, right? She was the reason why I also chose her is because of a lot of the videos that she was watching. She didn't see herself represented, and I wanted her to see herself represented in literature, in local books especially. So, and then as this book came out, it was like, I don't believe anything is coincidental. It's just that's how it was meant to be in the universe. Yeah. So when the book came out, then she started to see books with little girls who look like her. And then that just kind of made her feel better because she started asking questions about her skin and her hair, and she doesn't like her hair, and and then I have to tell her, but Mommy's hair is just like your hair, and you look just like Mommy, so have those conversations with her. So her being on the cover of the book was extremely important. I wanted to spread the message of waste literacy, and I also wanted the Caribbean to have some kind of representation in the waste management sector in the spans of the world at large. In the business world. Yes. And I wanted to use this as a mechanism for eyes and ears to realize that we are small island developing states. We do exist. We do have challenges with living on islands and managing our waste. Because I remember being in discussions, and there was a discussion about island waste management, and nobody from the Caribbean was on the panel. And I was like, how could you talk about islands and not talk about the Caribbean islands? Makes no sense. Huh. So I really wanted the Caribbean to be represented and for our voices to be heard. So that's like one of the other inspirations behind the book as well.
Oh, wow. I totally, totally love that. I really do. And, tell your daughter that we are all unique in our own way, and nobody is perfect in anybody's eyes but your own eyes, how you see yourself, how you value yourself, how you love yourself. Because I also teach from my workbook, Mindset to Self-Love. And
Mm-hmm.
it's just so important to look beyond the exterior.
Yes.
And I think it's so empowering to see yourself represented on a cover of the book, being, a Trini girl, a Trini woman. I agree. We need to feel represented, but we also have to feel it ourselves. Somebody can't
Yes.
feel it for us. That's
Yes. That
really powerful.
it is. It is. And it was really important for me to do that for her,
I
you
love
know?
it.
Mm-hmm.
That is so, so, so beautiful. And that mother-daughter connection, I have two girls.
Mm-hmm.
That mother-daughter connection, when you could talk about anything, you could go to them with your ideas and they'll give you that honest kid-like feedback, like, well,
Right. Yeah.
that really don't sound good. Or, yeah,
Right.
that's great.
It
So
has
I
it
would
has been
say,
checked a little bit, but I mean, it's the I mean, there's nothing more blunt than little, than children. So when she says, "Mommy, I don't like that," I'm like, okay, okay. So tell mommy what exactly you don't like about it, So
mhm.
then we go through that process, and then she say, and then she realized, okay, mommy, I didn't mean to hurt your feelings, I just really don't like it.
I say, give it to me straight. Don't
Yeah,
worry
so
about
I'm
my
like, it's okay,
feelings.
baby. So you don't worry about me. You just tell me what you don't like, and then mommy will see if I can make the necessary adjustments. And then she's like, okay, sure, okay. So
Oh,
she really wanted to. She's really proud. Everywhere she goes, she's like, that is my book. So now her baby brother, is like, so mommy, when am I getting my book? I was like,
hello.
hello, you giving me work. So, but they are, I said maybe I'll do a Dora the Explorer, Dora and Diego kind of thing with the two of them. So he'll have his own little series. But,
I love that.
yeah, it was because, I mean, he is not, I call my daughter the recycling guru in the house. She would
I
literally like
remember.
man the bins. Take that out. So the other day I was like, somebody forgot and put their mango skin in the wrong bin. I wonder who that is. And my son was like,
Ah, he sold her
mommy, Kaya
out.
did it. Kaya did it. And so she was like, oh my gosh, mommy, I'm so sorry. I forgot, mommy, I forgot. I was like, and you know what the wonderful thing is? You could do it better tomorrow.
Yes, that is
So
so
she's
nice.
like, that is, so she was like, okay, she go on out and play again. So, because she takes her role very seriously, she doesn't want to know that she forgot something. But it happens. So I just reassured her that that's okay.
That is so, so lovely. I wish we could get like Trinidadian or Caribbean, dolls of us, of women, children, husbands, God bless those
Mm-hmm.
husbands,
Yes,
to represent us, because I love that we could do that on a book. But seeing the actual figure, the actual doll of the West Indian community, that would
yes.
be so beautiful. So let's manifest that.
We will. It's indeed, it's there. It's there.
Awesome. Sean, you are a pleasure to talk to. We need our own podcast.
Hey, you never know, personality well together. You never know. I've been
Wonderful.
thinking the podcast idea actually. A lot of people told
See,
me I should
I
do
read your
one.
mind.
And I was like, I don't know if I want to do one. I was like, yes. And then he's like, Sharon, listen to me. I'm telling you, you have a lot to say. You should think seriously about creating a podcast. I was like, okay, I'll think about it. So I was thinking about it. And yeah, so you never know. As soon as I'm ready, I'm not all the way there yet, Priscilla. Give me a little bit, right? I said, I said,
I'm an
we'll get my way up
Aries.
to there.
I have no patience. If I want to do something, I want to do it now. Let's go, let's go, let's go. I can't wait. But
Mhm.
you are welcome to come back on the channel, talk about any topic from your book, the messages that you want to share. I'm happy to chat with you anytime. Um, but what would you say? You're welcome. What would you say would be your message to our viewers?
The message I would leave for the viewers is a quotation that is very, very close to my heart. When I was doing my certification as an environmental educator, one of my professors used this in a video, and I was like, light bulb. I was like, okay, no, that's it, that's it. And I said, can I use this? He's like, sure, sure, go ahead. I was like, okay, it's no longer yours, it belongs to me now. I'm just telling you. But he said, it's not always about doing things better, but sometimes we simply need to do better things. And that to me has been extremely powerful. It really shapes the work that I do, my mission, my Shan's personal mission, and how that ties into the mission of my organization. Just how I relate with my own family, my husband, my children, my extended family, my parents, and it just so succinctly fits into almost every area of my life. So because I can't help but be the environmental advocate, I want to remind people that we have to start doing better things and not just making things better.
Absolutely. I really, really love that. I'm just making a note because I have 3 options for our title for our video. You're amazing and inspirational.
Thank you
Wow.
so much.
You're
Thank you so
welcome.
much. And one of the other things I would say to them too is that, sit, don't quit. And the journey, whatever journey you are on, whether it's writing a book, whether it's starting a new business, whether it's getting promoted at work, no matter what it is, because you really believe in your dream, don't let it go and don't give up. It's okay to have a moment that you feel down and you cry, and that's okay. But never let go to that dream that was planted in you for a reason. So I'll also say that to the listeners as well. It's not easy, and
Beautiful.
I'm saying it and I'm also making it sound real easy, but it isn't by any means. I have had days where I was like, you know what? I well did it. I done. Just no. I remember going to a meeting and it was just supposed to have been a really friendly chat, and he was like, Shan, what's going on? And I told him, I was like, today's not a good day. He's like, why? I said, because I'm tired. I'm tired of doing this work. I'm tired of saying the same things over and over and over again. And I'm feeling like I'm talking in a vacuum. Nobody's listening. He said, Shan, nothing that you want to change will happen overnight. He said, look at health, and he's in the energy sector. He's like, look at health and safety. That change should happen overnight. He's like, but you are needed in this industry. So I know today's an off day. That's all right. Go and buy a lolly or eat some ice cream. I love cake. You can bribe me with cake, Priscilla. I'm just telling you.
Will do.
Right?
Chocolate?
Right? Not chocolate, carrot cake, coconut cream. I can tell you vanilla, right? Because I have a bit of a dairy sensitivity. I have chocolate, right?
Got it. Okay. No problem.
But he's like, go do some fun, go dance, go eat one of your favorite foods. He's like, but the sector needs you. They need your voice, they need your work, because it has been how many years? And he reminded me how long that it was at that time. And he's like, no, it's not going to happen overnight, Shan, but we need your voice. Know that there's somebody, they might not like your post or something, but somebody's listening. Somebody's hearing you. And then one day they'll just appear and say, oh, Shan, can you come talk to, our class about this? Can you come to our university? And those things, Priscilla, have been happening. So I'm glad, even though that was not a good day, I'm glad I did not stop. So absolutely. I want to remind people about that as well too.
I truly agree with you. I think those days that you're feeling a little down, you're feeling a little disconnected, low energy, you're not feeling inspired, those are the days to go enjoy some ice cream and kind of step back, free your mind, digest what it is that you're really trying to create, because the inspiration will come naturally. You cannot force the inspiration to just, I
Exactly.
have to do this. And it doesn't matter how long it takes you to do it, as long as, yes, you do kind of, you have to push yourself a little bit. All right, one more page. Let me see. Maybe somebody could check this for me.
Yeah.
And you always have support. Even if you think somebody is not listening, they're listening, right?
Yeah, yeah. Because even like before Paul, I had reached out to someone on LinkedIn. I attended a conference and she was one of the speakers, and I really liked
Oh,
what she had to say. So I just reached out to her, and I said, "Thank you so much. I really enjoyed what you had to say." And then, there were crickets. Friday night, holy night, right before Christmas, so
I
it's my
love
Christmas
those crickets.
reference,
That means I need
right?
to be
And
quiet
then,
too.
all of a sudden today, she sent me a message. So
Oh,
I'm like, okay. So I'm with my phone, and I am. So now we talking, right?
mm,
Because I was like, hey, she have a little bit of time. She talking.
yes.
She talking to me. I'm talking to her. The more I talk, and the more I talk, and then she's like, wait, I see you do work with children. I was like, yeah. So I'm a children's book author. I sent her the cover of the book, and she's like, oh my gosh, Anne, no, we really have to talk because there are people who would be very keen on hearing what you have to say. She's like, send me an email. Don't forget, send me an email. So it's like, okay, so you see, things are happening, with you just said it, without forcing it, without saying, I have to do this. No, because I was that person. I'm like, A has to follow B, B has to follow C. C has to come after B, and so on. It has to be in that order. But I've learned through this journey of entrepreneurship that I need to let things go. I need to just be okay with the journey. I need
Hmm.
to be okay with putting the things in place, right? And one day that seed will bear fruit. May not be this year, it might be next year. It might be 2023. Who knows? I don't know the plan. God knows the plan. So all I have to do is take the incremental steps every day to get there. And I have on my bedroom wall, I have all of my big dreams and all of my big goals. And I had this real vivid dream, Priscilla. I love red, right? I don't know if you love red too, but I love red. Red is my
Red,
favorite color.
pink.
And I had this dream where I was speaking in front of this massive crowd, and I had a red jacket on because red is my favorite color, and I actually do have a red jacket. But I think I'll always have a red jacket in my closet. And I just remember the feeling. It's almost like I was within my own self, and I remember feeling the love from the crowd and seeing their faces like glued to what I was saying, like they were like tuned in to what I was saying, and just me, just being myself, because I struggled with that for a long time. I felt that I had to be a particular way, and I would be too much. It's too much energy. She's too much,
That's
you
me.
know.
It's like, oh God, here comes Priscilla. Watch out.
Right? But I decided, listen, I'm not living my life for nobody. You can't
That's
deal with
right.
it. That's your problem, not mine. So, just feeling the energy from the crowd, and I'm walking on the stage and seeing the faces. I couldn't make that's just seeing the imagery because it was in my dreams, seeing the imagery of the faces, and I was like, I woke up like it was so vivid. Like I felt I was literally there. I don't know what country it was in. I know it was not Trinidad and Tobago. That's much I can tell you.
Ooh, girl, look at you predicting the future.
So I'm like, my Jesus, if those don't happen at some point in time in my life, that's it, yeah.
I'm gonna make that
But
happen just for you,
but
because
it is,
that's
it felt. I was telling one of my mentors that I was like, it felt so real, and that was like one of my dreams, to be able to speak in front of a large crowd and just be myself and talk about ways and make jokes and smile and all the things that I like to do. I don't have to feel like I have to be anybody other than myself.
Amen to
and I got
that.
paid.
Yes.
And I got paid for it too. That was the nice part. That I was just me, and they wanted me for who I am, not
Right.
because I was trying to be anything else other than Sean. So I
That's
was like, yeah,
something.
that I can't wait. It's like every time I talk about it, I get goosebumps because I literally
Woo!
cannot wait for that moment. I
Oh.
can't wait. And all I just be doing is looking at my husband on the side and saying, look at me, look at me. I did it. So, and he's just gonna be super, super, super duper proud as usual. The man has the biggest pom poms I have ever seen.
I remember
So
you were saying that. But I have to tell you, number one, I truly believe that our dreams are our truest heart desires, and seeing it and feeling it and waking up like, wow, did that just happen?
yeah,
You're on the right path. That's just telling you, keep going. You're working towards that.
yeah,
And my mentor always says to me, be yourself. If you resonate with some, great. If you don't resonate with others, that is okay. And as far as you were saying about waiting for somebody to reply to you, you realize the moment that you say, oh, well, they'll get to me when they get to me is when they reply to you.
mhm,
It's like,
exactly.
have you seen that meme where the guy he's chiseling the wall, digging for
Yes,
gold, and he
yes,
quits like right there?
right there. Mhm.
So that's what it is.
That's exactly what it is. And, it is just for us to just to hold on just a little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more. Keep chiseling, and we all get to our goal soon. Whatever that goal is for us, we'll get to it. Yeah.
Well, it's so funny because whatever I put my hands on magically happens. I have to tell you that. After the Cari Book Expo, I got so many responses like, "Oh my gosh, we started this and it was incredible." But you'll
Yeah.
never believe I'm actually speaking to a woman about a Caribbean woman e-magazine.
Ah,
So
nice.
get ready for 2022, my dear. We are
Yes,
going,
yes.
the Caribbean women are going to just keep winning every day.
Every day, all day. Mhm.
Wonderful, wonderful. So, any last thoughts for the viewers?
No, I mean, if you give me a chance, I'll talk all afternoon, Priscilla. But I don't want to do that. But I am just super thankful to you for giving me this opportunity to be on your platform and speak with your viewers. Guys, thank you so much for giving me your ears and listening to what I have to say. So I really do appreciate it. It's been wonderful.
And thank you too for carving time out of your day to come on and chat with us. And, honestly, I enjoy speaking with you. I love hearing your stories as an author myself. I love hearing stories. So, one of my things I always say to the hubby, tell my story now.
Yeah,
So, I love hearing stories. You could talk to me anytime and you'll come back, right?
I'll be back. This won't be the
Wonderful.
first and last time. You'll see me again.
And for that next book that's coming out.
Oh yeah, oh my gosh, yeah. My editor made me promise I'll write more. She's like, Shan, no, you can't stop at one book. There's no way you could do us that. Never, you're not stopping at one book. If I have to drag you myself, I will do it.
That's right. And I will
I
do
got
it
the other
too
books will be out. Yeah, and I
if you
have
need a
this
boost.
yeah, please do. Sometimes I need a little kick in the tushy. I mean, so I appreciate those kicks in the tushies very much. Because sometimes I just I get into my own head a lot. So I appreciate when people say, "Come on, Shan, snap out of it. Come on." So those reminders, is what keeps me going. So I really
Uh-huh.
appreciate you, Priscilla, and
You
thank you for
too.
being one of the newest members of my support team. Thank you so very much. Yeah, so I just look forward to what the future has to hold.
Amen. And when
Okay.
I come to Trinidad, we will have that ice cream
Oh yes.
together.
Oh, most definitely, most definitely.
Unless you
Let's
come
do
here
it.
first.
But I want to travel now.
So let's
Um,
do it.
I come there or you come here, or you come home. So
Oh, we
whichever
meet in
one,
the middle of the ocean.
yeah, we meet. We might end up just boxing up somewhere. So anything is possible. Anything is possible. But
Absolutely.
I do want to resume traveling next year.
You will. And I think this time that we had, I mean, almost 2 years safe at home, kind of acclimating to our environment. I love being home. Everything is home. But I do love going out. But after 2 years and kind of structuring and planning and building your foundation, you have a solid place to leap from now when you're ready to travel.
Right, exactly.
And you appreciate your loved ones more.
Yeah, yeah. I think we going to want to I said Daddy and I want to organize family vacation next year. I said, but you'll have to we not misbehaving. No, mommy, we want to go. We want to go. Yeah, so
That's right. Well,
some
it
prices
was a
are up right now for family vacation time. So yeah.
get them ready, practice the washing of the hands, don't touch your face, social distancing, all the
Yeah,
things that I pretty much practically do because I'm a germaphobe from way back when. So that's what it is. But Sean, it was a pleasure to talk to you. You stay safe. Much love and big hugs. Say bye.
that's